Welcome to CXD, the podcast from Engine to Service Design, where we're sharing what you need to know to design exceptional services and experiences. On the show, we share tools, strategies, and inspiring lessons from our practice and our clients to help you design and deliver remarkable services people love. I'm Oliver King, a co-founder and managing partner at Engine, and in this episode, I'm going to explore journey mapping and specifically how to build an as-is journey map. A journey map is a key output in customer experience design processes. It's a visual depiction of how someone, so that can be a customer, a colleague, a patient, a passenger, or any other similar descriptor, how they achieve a goal with a product, a service, or a system. It can take many forms and appears at different places in the process. But most commonly, journey maps are used to depict the existing customer journey. And when they do this, they're referred to as as-is journey maps. Now, journey maps set out in chronological order the sequence of steps, activities, or interactions that a person goes through to achieve what they want. It maps what touch points they use, why they use them, and what they do at each one. The journey map also sets out the person's pain points within the experience. Now, these are problems, frustrations, or obstacles they face along the way, which end up having a negative impact on the experience. Typically, I guess, pain points come in four different types. There are functional ones, so these really are difficulties in using a product or a service. There are emotional ones where people are feeling frustrated or feel that they're being undervalued or not appreciated. There are also financial pain points, which is where people have concerns over what something costs or the value they're getting, or perhaps it's about hidden fees. And then there are time-related pain points where it feels like time is being wasted or the service is particularly slow. In reverse, journey maps should also make clear what's going well. And these are called moments of delight or peak moments, where the experience the person is having is really exceeding their expectations. Again, typically, these are often about things like ease and convenience. So where something is really surpassing the simplicity or convenience expectations that somebody has. It might be a point in the experience where someone has a really strong positive emotional reaction to what's going on, or a connection. Or it might be something about value or benefit where, it feels exceptionally great value for money. But positives can also be around efficiency, around time saving, and a number of other things. It all really depends on the journey and what you're looking at. What you're trying to understand there is where are those real moments of delight in the journey. Now, the as-is journey should also map how people are feeling as they traverse the journey. As you'd expect, they're most likely to have negative feelings around pain points and positive ones around moments of delight. But often as not, there might just be a feeling of indifference to what's going on. And this emotional inertia that people feel within service experiences is often as a result of their increased expectation of what a great experience should be like. Now, there was a time, wasn't there, when next day delivery was mind-blowingly incredible. But now you can get groceries delivered literally minutes after ordering them. So next day feels like a bit of a drag, and it's not a moment of delight anymore. Charting the highs and lows of the experience can be drawn out of existing data you might have on the journey, or it can be researched firsthand. You can also associate other data points and KPIs like customer satisfaction or effort scores to paint a proper picture. The final thing as-is journey should show is the operational side of things. What are the known challenges for the business, and are there any current or planned improvement initiatives that should be featured? Having all this information brought together in one depiction and socializing it with stakeholders and teams is a really powerful way to drive empathy and customer-centric decision-making in the business. It can help drive out cross-functional alignment, break down organizational silos, and stimulate innovation to improve customer satisfaction, revenue, and, of course, operating costs. Now, as I mentioned, when used at the start of a customer experience design process, these maps are called as-is journey maps. But they can be put together slightly differently and used towards the end of the project to show what a target experience, a redesigned service should be like, and how it addresses the challenges and pain points identified in the as-is. And when it's used in this way, it's called a to-be journey map, as in to be or not to be. But there are other slightly more esoteric versions too. There's the concept of experience, which is a high-level summary of the fundamental difference between today's and tomorrow's experience. On one page, stakeholders can read and see what the experience feels like for customers today and how the experience should feel in the future. The concept of experience is characterized by simple from and to statements, which describe the difference between the as-is and the to-be customer experience. These simple statements allow stakeholders to quickly grasp, endorse, or reframe the fundamental shifts needed for the experience. Then there's the blueprint, which extends the description of the target customer experience to define exactly what's needed from people, processes, systems, data, and other functions and enablers to deliver the to-be customer journey. But today, I want to look at creating an as-is journey map. And in the description, there are some links, download, some diagrams and templates, which you'll find useful. Now, there are some lovely cloud-based services that you can use to help digitally create journey maps. UXpressia, Custalence, Lucidchart, and Smaply, to mention a few. They're definitely worth exploring, and especially if you're establishing journey mapping as an enterprise capability or are interested in or are using other customer experience management or voice of the customer collaboration services, because they integrate really, really well. At Engine, many of our clients haven't stepped over the line to have journey mapping as an experience management function, so using these services isn't so valuable to them. Instead, we have an approach that uses a commonplace portfolio of software, including Microsoft Excel, Adobe applications, and things like Miro to create and manage journey maps that our projects require. Okay, let's get into actually creating a journey map. Now, the first step is to define the broad scope of the journey you want to map. Remember, this is a user-centered journey, so from a cognitive and emotional perspective, their journey is likely to begin earlier than the tangible interactions you can see, or often in the territory you don't actually own or can control. If you are mapping an acquisition journey, a journey where someone becomes a customer of yours for the first time, then their journey might be recognized to start in an awareness phase, where the customer has realized they want something and is beginning to look around to understand who or what might help them. If it's a travel journey, this phase might be about the customer getting from where they are to actually the first formal touch point that you own. In this stage of the journey, they're likely to be interacting with intermediaries or even potential partner organizations. At the other end of the journey, you need to consider what happens afterwards and how this journey links to the next. In a retail experience, does the customer's experience end at a checkout transaction? What about delivery or returns? How do you move into developing a regular relationship with the customer? One of the aims of journey mapping is to understand how to ensure experiences are seamless. And so exploring how to weave one journey into the next is made easier by being conscious of what happens before and after the core journey, so you can meet people on their terms at the start of the journey and set them up for success at the end. Now, once you've established the broad scope, the before, the during, and the after, you then move on to creating sub-steps beneath. Now, sometimes one of the challenges people face is they try to map an entire vast end-to-end experience that covers every single scenario and situation that a person encounters. This is way too much. Break that journey down into interlinked sub-journeys and approach each in turn. As with all these things, it's best to collaborate with others to build this picture. And then you can substantiate it with customers to check you've got it right. So beneath each sub-step, create a short description and itemize what the person is doing at the touch points they're using. Then set out the emotional curve. This is a representation of data describing how positive or negative the experience is for users. It can come from primary research, existing insight, or formal KPIs. If you don't have this, you can develop a view through workshopping or surveying with colleagues. Of course, you'll test this view later, so there's no danger of making any decisions based on unsubstantiated opinion. What's important is the conversation within the project team and organization to understand where users are happy and when they're not. Of course, part and parcel of this conversation is to list out pain points and moments of delight for customers. And if you want to take journey mapping to the next level, you can add imagery, screen grabs, photos to bring each step to life or illustrate specific issues. You can also add call-outs from customers to emphasize things. And to really drive any points home, you can always include benchmarks from competitors or related worlds too. So that's what's in an as-is journey map. But remember, the value is really in how it's created, which needs to be collaboratively and cross-functionally. It's only when different teams come together to develop the journey map that different perspectives, data sets, and opinions converge. And when this happens, you begin to build empathy in the business that drives better customer-centered decisions and cross-functional alignment. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Remember to check out the links and resources in the description for more resources that'll help you. We're going to get into other types of journeys in subsequent episodes, so please stay tuned and don't forget to follow and share CXD on your channels. Okay, until next time, all the best.